How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're playing Minecraft. We are doing our build guide series. Today I'm showing you how to build a castle. That's what we're building. It's a small castle, so it's not like a massive thing. But yeah, you want to start off by building a circle. Quite a simple circle. All you got to do is build 3, a diagonal 1, and then another 3. And then do that all the way around. And yeah, you want to build 2 circles with a 5-block gap in between them. And hopefully you want to connect them up with that block. Right there, you want to build 6 away from there. As you can see, place another 6 there and then connect it up from the other side. So you get like a nice little rectangle with 2 circles. And I build 5 up there. I do show you guys like a more a look of the siding in a second. But yeah, you can see we're just building up a cube. So you want an additional 3 blocks from the square that you just made. Not square, it's a cube. Where you can see it's 5 blocks wide. That's 3 blocks up, and then a 5-block gap in between there. So there's actually 6 all in all. And now you just want to, we're just working on the frame at the moment, so we can all have this same shape, and then it should be an easy transfer onto the actual detail. I don't do an interior in this episode. I have done it for the previous, but I feel like this episode is long enough as is. And I didn't want to make it any longer to just include an interior. I should have just built the interior and showed you guys off at the end, but even that I thought I'm going to make the video too long. But yeah, as you can see, we've got these. I don't know what you want to actually call them. They're like towers in a way, but I don't think they're actually towers of the castle. And like I said, this is a really small castle. This is not something massive. That makes sense. And like this build guide series is kind of about like building things what you can build kind of early in Minecraft. Not like it's ain't going to take you years to build. It's going to take you a couple hours, especially if you're playing survival. You need to get the resources. Like, I don't envy whoever got a smelt of that match stone brick. But it's still quite a cheap material to get, so like I said, it's not the biggest castle in the world. It'll go nice in like a little village. If you like renovating a village or something and you just want a little castle, this will go nicely. Or if you're building a really massive golf course and you want like a snazzy hole, then maybe build this castle. I mean, if this is a kind of build you build it for one of the golf courses, I want to see the whole golf course actually, because that'd be fun to play. Wouldn't know how a golf course will work. I think I've seen people try and do it with, what's it like, tridents and ender pearls. I've seen that done in Minecraft, so I might try to do some of that in the future. I don't know, I don't think the Pink Island at the moment is going to really need its own golf course. But that would be a cool little like map idea. As you can see, we put. Well, let's actually get back to the build. Oh, I'm so good at these tutorials. Yeah, as you can see, you just place a couple, stone bricks, stairs, and a couple of half slabs to get this shape. Some fence posts. They pretty much copy what I did. Some iron trap doors. And yeah. yeah, I've got interesting stuff coming up with the Pink Island Survival as well. And this is a cool little like spikes design for the castle. Do really like that. Also, oh yeah, we've definitely got a couple good things coming up on Pink Island Survival. I've built a new farm. I'm not going to give away too much because I'm editing the video at the moment and it shouldn't even be that long until it comes out. Still got to do voice recording, but that's fine. Oh yeah, just what I'm doing now, I'm just mixing in some cobblestone just so I can break up the stone brick texture a little bit as well. I do recommend adding some texture depth. You can go even further if you really wanted to and add like gravel in and different shades of grey, but I thought the two worked nicely together, so I just left it like that. And like I said, I didn't want to build it too complex where it's like no one can actually build it, or it takes hours to record building. Like, I don't think people looking at tutorials to build something grand. I'm a strong believer in Minecraft that you should build what you want. If you want to copy someone else's build, feel free to. Obviously, it's not always right to take claim of someone else's build, but if you're still trying to learn, I say it's a good way to learn how to play the game. Because then you start picking up like different techniques of different people. And yeah, the technique gets rubbed off to you into your actual own building style. And yeah, so yeah, if you do follow tutorials, like, that's a good thing. You're actually learning. And it's nice when you build something. I know not everyone is skilled. More people like, a lot of people like redstone, for example. Like, I'm a big redstone fan, so not a lot of people like the building aspect, so they might follow the tutorial just so they ain't got to learn how to build. That don't sound right. Anyway, let's get back to the actual building process. Keep getting sidetracked. Yeah, right now we're just installing a window. As you can see, quite a big window. I think I'm trying to figure out the sizing of it just by looking at it. So yeah, there's two of those fence posts, and it's like one block off the ground. I can show you a bit better. Yeah, so it's one block off the ground, so it's not too big. Like, it's not finished yet, but right now I'm just adding, I don't know what to call it. It's like a little bit of a ring. It's like a ring around the actual tower. As you can see, we do thicken out the frame of the window. It's like a roof for the window. To thicken out that bit a little bit more. And obviously, whatever we do on this side, we got to do it on the other side. So if you didn't get the first time, I do rebuild it on the other side as well, so you do get to see how to build it a bit better. So you ain't got to go back on this part, but like I said, take your time. You ain't got to build it straight away. You ain't got to get all the materials ready. You can just be building it while collecting materials. Does that make sense? Excuse me. And yeah, like I said, following the tutorials will help you get better at building eventually. Like, you still got to go out there and take these strides that you need. Like, believe in yourself in a little way, if that makes sense. I know, yeah, this game can be scary, and sometimes you build something and it's just like, oh, it's ugly. But I build things and I think, no, that's ugly. And then I just delete it and then try again. Because obviously not everything you're going to build is going to be A1 all the time. Like a lot of my builds, I just look at them and I think, nah, not good. But if I can try and help you guys like learn some new techniques of building, and maybe even inspire you to build, I've achieved something. If that makes sense. But yeah, the key, like I said, everything we do on one side of this pillar, we do on this other side. You can see I'm putting in another window. Oh yeah, some news, not Minecraft news, but some like a bit personal news. Got a new chair, so yay for me really, but it's better for you guys as well, because now you're not going to hear that annoying squeak. Well, you probably find it in every video, but yeah, I can move around now, and then there shouldn't be like a major squeak or any squeak at all. Now I can sit back in my chair. Oh. Alright, you did a little Lord. But yeah, we're just building. So guys, kick you in the scratch. We're building another window. Like, I think you just saw me build one on the other side. This is a lot smaller, but it's very similar to the other one we just built. Like I said, just a little bit smaller. And there's a lot of space on the inside. It might not look like it. And I ain't figured out a staircase situation. Like I said, I didn't touch the interior. I've just done the exterior. I left it to you guys to figure out what you need. I mean, you can even turn those tower things into farms, melon pumpkin farms, like even. Yeah, I say you might be able to get like a automatic carrot farm, wheat farm, what are they called? The one with villagers. You should be able to get one of them in there. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that one. Already 12 minutes in it, we've finally done. I say about a third of the castle, even less. This is a slightly longer one than we normally do, but I feel like everyone wants to build a castle in Minecraft at some point. I think we've all at least tried to build a castle in Minecraft. 9 times out of 10 yet. Like, most of the castles that were ugly are built. That castle was probably one of the hardest things for me to build. I'm thinking I've gotten better. Like, I really do like the castle design. Like I said, it's small. I do better with smaller castles. I feel like when the bigger they get, the more convoluted. But I have tried to like build a big one before. It just taken too much of my time. It would take a lot of energy, and I would like a massive build would just be a wall. That's how big we're talking about this castle. So I was like, I got about halfway, and I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore. I might go back to it at some point because I still got the well saved, but that depends. We'll see what happens in the future. I am really enjoying building this. What do I call it? It's a Build Guy series. I feel like I'm actually teaching people something. I might not be the best teacher in the world. But I feel like I'm actually teaching something. Giving you guys help with the game. Does that make sense? Like I said, if you want to take this build and then like ramp it up, change it in any way, please feel free to send me any like photos of your buildings or anything like that. That'd be quite nice to see, or anything you changed, or even any like advice on what you think could improve the build. And I might be able to try those techniques out in later episodes. Yeah, let's leave more comments. Let me know if you like the build or not. Yeah, or you know, give me ideas. Like, clearly I'm running out of ideas because I'm building a castle at the moment. I built a modern house. I built like a starter base. I don't. Maybe like a Japanese style, or like I said, any fun styles you guys can probably pick up. You probably think of a lot better ones than I can. But yeah, at the moment we're building the roof. As you can see, what we did with the diorite, we just did it's like a similar thing to what we did with the spikes. Right now we're just building a roof. Like I said, anything we do on one side we've got to do on the other. And you ain't got to use dark oak. I think spruce could be nice as well. I don't know any of the lighter ones will, because I ain't tried it out. They should do, but I say ED2 what are good for this is probably spruce and dark oak. Like the darks does bring out the build. Otherwise I think it might just be a bit too bright. Yeah, it's not too difficult, this roof design. I feel like I should have sped up certain parts, but no turning back now. We've got a parrot fitted in our castle. Like I said, everything we do on one side we've got to do on the exact same on the other side. We're coming like this is probably the hardest roof you got to do as well. The rest of the build is quite simple. I say that, but I think I end up changing this. Yep. I think it's a little bit too short. And yeah, that's got it. I don't know, I might change it in the future. No, I should just keep it the same, I believe. Yeah, they keep doing what we literally just did earlier. Compared to I prefer it to yeah, see, I said I was going to change it. It's a small change, but it's still a change. Yeah, pretty much your entrance done to the castle. I say that and then I add some windows. I think the roof is missing something, so I added windows. I changed them a while, I believe. I think I only changed one thing though. I think I'm going to do it now as well. I think it was just a bit too much stone. Yeah, there I am. Change that bottom part to wood, and now it don't look too obtrusive. Yeah, that helps out with the shape a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it's that much obtrusive. When before it was very in your face. Only when you look at it. And I changed the direction of the stairs. Of course I do. But yeah, this is missing glass. So I'll put the glass there. Oh yeah, and we're adding a little, like a banner thing. If you really wanted to, you might be able to put some banners there, put your empire's name. Or my empire's name got to be like 5 letters or less for it to fit there, but you could do anything possible. As you can see, the place give it some eyeballs. No, there's like a man yelling. No, I said that you won't be able to see it, but it's really easy to do that, to make something like a face in Minecraft. I think I watched a video on it and then I forgot what they were talking about. Like a really famous effect. When you're looking at the build as a whole, you don't notice it, but when you focus in at one thing, then you will notice it. That's why you should always walk away from your build and look at it. Because not every build gonna look the nicest very close up. But if you step away, it's like the pixel art. If you're right next to pixel art, it just looks like a bunch of random cubes are placed in a random assortment. But when you back up, you can actually see the pixel art. So you always back up when you're building, just so you can have a actual look at your build. Sit back. And you ain't got to finish everything over a day or so either. If you wanted to sit back and look at a build and think of it, sometimes it's better that way because you come in with fresher ideas. If you were trying to force yourself to come up with ideas and then your builds end up coming not out ugly, but coming out like rushed. Like the build might look rushed, the build might look nice, but you know you just came up with it in a quick state of mind. And you ain't really planned for it, or like you ain't really got any ideas for it. But yeah, I'll give you a little hint for the Pink Island survival. I don't remember if I mentioned it in this recording or the last recording. No, I messed up this. Well, no, the video froze on me. I don't know why. And yeah, that messed up a lot of things. Wait, one second, let me check something, guys. Yeah, cool. So you might hear my mouth there. Oh yeah, I don't remember if I said this or not, but at this, as I'm recording this, I've been working on the new episode of Pink Island. Yeah, and I'm actually really enjoying this episode. I'm not going to give you much hint of what I'm building, and well, it's not continuing to build anything, and I'm not going to say much more. But I am going to say we finally got iron, a lot of iron. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So let's go back to the build. Right now, as you can see, we put 2 windows on either side of the build. Just follow that, and you should follow the video, and you should be fine. As you can see, I'm adding like a back part. I didn't add too many windows on the back just because of the fact of I didn't want to take up every single wall with windows. I do tend to do that a lot with a lot of my builds, and it's not really functional when you've actually got to use them. Especially if you need to build like a staircase or something, it's like you can't do any of that with windows everywhere. So I'll give you a little bit of space, and then you can build like your throne room or whatever you want to do with these kind of builds. right now yeah, like I said, let me know if you want me to build anything specifically. Well, like, I wouldn't mind building a fire station, a police station, even vehicles. I might be able to do anything. Like, I want to keep doing these build guides. I'm enjoying doing the build guides. It looks like you guys are enjoying it as well, so I do want to do more of them. So please hit me up with any ideas for build or anything you would want me to see me build, either something totally out of the blue, like something totally random, what I wouldn't have thought of. I don't know, just let me know. Right now we're putting a little walkway. Is it a walkway in? It's a walkway slash roof for the castle, just so we can start building the second layer. Is it a second layer? I think it is a second layer. Second floor, that's what I'm looking for. Like I said, I don't touch the interior, so don't think anything of that. Like, the castle will come along nicely, like pretty much done. Just got to get the final bits in. Want to do the same thing with, oh right, no. Don't forget about the cobblestone, random bit of cobblestone. I forgot about that myself. Does help this build. Help break up the walls a bit, if that makes sense. But yeah, now we're going to do what I'm talking about, where we're doing the same as what we did for the front with the spikes. Is it spike? What are they called? I know they got a specific name, but I can't think. And that's there in the corner. Yeah, that's changing. That's a half slab in it. If I had like a debug, yeah, if I had like the debug stick and all that. I know you can do all that stuff. I think you can do that stuff in this one. It just, I don't want to be sitting through all the commands to set that up just to get one staircase. What's a corner staircase? Not worth it. Sorry guys, not worth it. I want to put a half side there. It does the exact same thing. You can see just fill in the walls. I say do this, but a lot of this stuff you're going to get dug into. Right now we're just building another entrance. Like I said, this is not a massive castle, so I don't think you're going to get like an army of 100 in it. But I think it would be cool for like a little base, especially if you moved into a village and you just want to be that much extra. To be like, yo, I'm the king of this village. No one can tell me anything. That'd be quite so. And like I said, it's not too big either, so it'll stick out, but not enough where you just see it like 100 miles away and you see this small village. Don't look like the village is meant to be part of the build, if that makes sense. Whereas with this, I think you can do that quite nicely, especially if you build it off its own path or something like that. But like we did for the tower, we just want to do this design again with the diorite. I think you can use quartz well if you've got a stigma against diorite. I want to try and use diorite more, just because it's such a hard block to use. And if you don't know, a lot of people say diorite does look like bird poo. I can't say it doesn't, and it but it's still a textured white block. And it does look good with actual stones as well. Now, if you've got a very stony build, it would look very nice with it. But yeah, some people just think it look like bird poop and you can't convince them otherwise. Does that make sense? So people don't use it. But I have seen people use it very nicely. And I think I utilise it quite well in this build as well. Yeah, pretty much. The window design review has just been slightly smaller. As you hear the lightning. You've just been like slightly smaller. That's the only difference. The fairing shape and size is like once you build one of them, you should really get a gist of what you're building for the rest. Yeah, let's put that row orb slab there. I don't know why I put the row slab there, but it's add that little bit of detail. That little bit of detail. Oh, do I end up putting windows there? I do. I'm thinking in my head, yeah, I should put some windows there. And I end up do. No, this roof's even easier than the last one. That's a simple triangle design. Yeah, it's a simple triangle design, like nothing too complex. We're coming to the end of this as well, which is always a good thing. Like I said, it won't take too long to build. Like survival is going to take you a lot longer, of course. I'm not disputing that, but yeah, about half an hour to build it, maybe I'd say hour to build it in survival if you've got all the materials. Maybe even 45 minutes if you're quite a fast survival builder. So yeah, not a bad time for a castle, and not a bad size either. It's not too big. It's not. Obviously, if you wanted to go for a massive castle, don't follow this tutorial. I don't think I'm ever going to do a tutorial for a massive castle either, because that would just take too much time, and it wouldn't even be an episode. It would have to be like a whole series. That's how to build a castle. That's one giant castle. But yeah, let me know what you think of this one in the comments. As we're just adding a bit of framework. You ain't got to add the framework, but I just think it adds that little bit more depth to the roof. Maybe even a chimney could help it. But yeah, I think that's the castle done. And yeah, nice little castle. Should only take like half an hour to build it if you're using creative. This is more of a feel of it. And yeah, I think that's the end of the episode, guys. Either way, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. I just see I was showing the space inside. So yeah, you have got plenty of room to actually build stuff in there as well. I know I just did my outro, but just longing it out so I can say good